Your position has been filled. That was all the HR manager said. Amara tightened her grip on the phone, her voice shaking. Filled? I told you I had an emergency. My mother was dying. We called you repeatedly. You stopped responding. At some point, it stopped looking like an emergency and started looking like a choice. Choice? Amara's chest tightened. Because she didn't choose anything. Someone chose for her. And by the time she realized who, everything was already gone. But the story didn't start in the village. It started on a bright Friday afternoon, at a wedding she wasn't even supposed to attend. The hall was loud, colorful, and filled with people who looked like they belonged to a different world. The kind of world Amara had only seen from a distance. Soft laughter, expensive perfumes, conversations about investment, properties, and travel. She sat quietly at the edge of her table, adjusting her dress. She didn't look out of place, but she knew she wasn't like them. She was only in the city for 3 months. That was the agreement. 3 months to see life. Then she would go back to the village, back to the farm, back to everything she had quietly accepted as her reality. Until someone spoke. You've been listening for a while, but I can tell you have something to say. Amara looked up. The man sitting across from her had been watching her, calm, observant, slightly amused. I'm sorry, she said. He leaned forward slightly. That discussion about investment risk, you reacted, but you didn't speak. Amara hesitated. Then slowly, she said, they are looking at it from a short-term liquidity angle. But if you stretch the horizon and restructure the allocation, the risk reduces naturally without cutting returns. The table went quiet. One man frowned. What do you mean? Amara didn't rush. If the portfolio is rebalanced across longer-term instruments, especially agro-backed assets, you reduce volatility. The issue isn't the investment, it's the structure. There was silence. Then someone let out a low whistle. The man across from her smiled, not a polite smile, a knowing one. And what did you study? He asked. Banking and finance. And you are doing what exactly right now? Amara gave a small shrug. Nothing yet. That answer lingered longer than expected. The man nodded slowly. Interesting. His name was Dave, Mr. Dave as others called him. And before that wedding ended, he had already made up his mind about her. The call came 2 days later. Hello, Amara. Her brows furrowed. Yes. Dave from the wedding. Recognition hit instantly. Oh, Mr. Dave. Yeah, I've been thinking about what you said that day. He continued. Can you come in for an interview tomorrow? She blinked. Interview? Yes. Just show up. I'll send you the address. That was it. No long explanation. No back and forth. Just an opportunity dropped into her lap. The office building alone was intimidating. Tall, glass walls, clean, controlled. Intimidating in a quiet way. Amara paused at the entrance, smoothing her outfit again. For a second, doubt crept in. Maybe she didn't belong here. Maybe this was a mistake. But then she remembered something. If she didn't try, she would return to the village exactly the same. And that thought pushed her forward. The interview didn't go the way she expected. It wasn't basic questions. It was intense, sharp, practical. They asked her to review a financial sheet, identify inconsistencies, suggest improvements. Within minutes, Amara's focus shifted. The pressure disappeared. All that mattered was the numbers. She noticed it almost immediately. There is a reporting gap here, she said, pointing. One of the panelists leaned forward. What kind of gap? Expense misclassification. It's inflating operational cost. Another leaned in, and your solution? Reassign the entries, then restructure the cost centers. You will see the actual performance clearly. Then, what else? Amara didn't stop. By the time she finished, something had already changed in the room. They weren't testing her anymore. They were watching her. She got the offer that same day. Not permanent, but real. A training role, junior level, paid. And most importantly, a foot in the door. Amara didn't tell her mother immediately. This wasn't stable yet. It wasn't something she could defend if it disappeared. So she decided to wait just a little. The first few weeks were brutal. Early mornings, late evenings, constant learning. But Amara didn't complain. She absorbed everything. Systems, reports, processes. She asked questions others were too shy to ask. And slowly, people began to notice. By the end of the first month, Amara was no longer just the new girl. She was useful, reliable, sharp. That was when the calls from home started changing. At first, it was normal. When are you coming back? But then, it shifted. You said 3 months. I hope you haven't forgotten your home. You won't stay there and abandon everything here, right? Amara noticed it, but she brushed it aside. Her mother was alone. It was natural. Then came the second month, and everything accelerated. It happened on a Tuesday morning. Amara was called into a meeting. Unexpected. She sat down, unsure. Her manager looked at her. We've reviewed your performance. Amara's heart tightened slightly. Then, we don't usually do this. A pause. But you've exceeded expectations. Her breath caught. We are confirming you as a full-time staff. And you are being moved up. Amara blinked. Moved up? Promotion. The word echoed in her head. Promotion? Within 2 months. It didn't even sound real. She barely made it home before calling her mom. Her voice was shaking with excitement. Mama, I got a job. Job? Yes. And not just that, they promoted me. There was silence. Not the kind of silence she expected. No excitement, no joy. Just stillness. Then her mother spoke. Cold. So, you're not coming back? Amara blinked. What? No, I mean, Mama, this is good news. You said 3 months. Her chest tightened. I know, but this is different. This is a career. What is wrong with the life you have here? The question hit harder than expected. Amara sat down slowly. Mama, I can't stay in that village forever. Her mother's voice dropped. If you leave everything here, who will take care of me? Who will take care of the farmland? Amara closed her eyes. I am not leaving you, Mama. That's what it means. No, it's not, Mama. You think the city will take care of you better than your own home? Amara didn't answer because deep down, she knew the answer. That was when the tension truly began. 3 days later, the call came, late at night. Amara picked up immediately. Mama, the voice on the other end was weak, barely audible. Amara. Her heart dropped. Mama, what happened? I'm not feeling well. Her breathing quickened. What do you mean? What's wrong? I don't think I will make it. Everything inside Amara froze. If you don't come and see me now, you may not see me again. That was the moment everything began to fall apart, and Amara didn't even know it yet. By sunrise, she was already on the road to the village. Fear sat heavily in her chest. What if she was too late? She tried calling again. No answer. Her fingers tightened around her phone. Mama, please speak. Nothing. By the time she arrived, her heart was pounding so hard she could barely breathe. The compound gate was half open. Quiet. She rushed in. Mama! No response. She dropped her bag and ran inside. And there, On the mattress by the corner wall, her mom lay, still, weak. Amara froze. For a second, everything blurred. Then she rushed forward. "Mama!" Her mother stirred slowly, as if pulling herself back from somewhere far away. "You came!" Amara's eyes filled instantly. "Of course I came. What happened? How long have you been like this?" Her mother didn't answer immediately. She just looked at her, long, deep, almost searching. "I knew you would come," she said quietly. That should have comforted Amara. Instead, something about the way it was said unsettled her. But she pushed that feeling aside. There were more urgent things. "We need to go to the hospital," Amara said quickly, already reaching for her bag. "Let me get a bike." "No." The word came out sharp. Amara paused. "No," she repeated. "I said no hospital." "Mama, you're not well." "I will take herbs." Amara blinked. "What?" "I have already sent for herbs. I'll be fine." Amara stared at her, confused. "Mama, this is not small sickness. You said you might die." "And I said I will take herbs." Her mother cut in. The tone wasn't weak anymore. It was firm, final. Amara swallowed. Something didn't add up, but fear overrode logic. "Okay," she said slowly. "Okay, but if it doesn't work, we will go to the hospital. No argument." Her mother didn't respond. She simply turned her face away. The herbs came that afternoon, bitter-smelling liquid in an old bottle. Amara watched as her mother drank it slowly, wincing. That night, Amara barely slept. Every small movement, every slight sound. She woke up, checked, waited. The next morning, there were no improvements. If anything, her mom looked worse. Her breathing heavier, her body weaker. Amara's anxiety spiked. "We are going to the hospital," she said firmly. Her mother shook her head weakly. "No, I am not going." Amara's voice broke. "Mama, why? Why are you refusing? This is not normal." Her mom looked at her, eyes suddenly sharp. "I said I am not going to the hospital. I'll be fine." Amara stepped back slightly, confused. 2 days passed. Then, day 3. The herbs continued. No real improvement. Amara's phone buzzed. She rushed to pick it up. Work. Her chest tightened. She answered immediately. "Hello, Ma." "Amara, where are you?" Her supervisor's voice was controlled but tight. "I am in the village, Ma. My mom is very sick. We've tried reaching you." "I know. I'm so sorry. It just..." "You said it would be a few days." Amara swallowed. "Yes, Ma. I'm trying to..." "Trying is not enough," the woman said flatly. "You just started this role. You understand what that means?" Amara closed her eyes. "Yes, Ma. We can give you 1 week, maximum." Her heart dropped. 1 week? "If you're not back by then, we have to move on. Decide what matters to you." Call ended. Amara lowered the phone slowly. Her hands were shaking. 1 week. Her gaze drifted to her mom, still lying there, still weak, still refusing help. That night, she sat outside alone. She did the math in her head. Days gone, days left, every second ticking. The next morning, she tried again. "Mama, please, let's go to the hospital. I'm begging you, please." But the refusal was the same. Day 5, no change. Day 6, slight improvement, just enough to give hope, but not enough to move. Amara tried calling the office again. No answer. She sent messages, emails, nothing. On day 8, her mom sat up, just slightly, but it was something. Amara felt relief flood her chest. "Mama, you're better." "I told you," her mother said weakly. "Herbs." Amara smiled through exhaustion. Thank God. By day 10, her mother could stand. That was when Amara finally allowed herself to breathe. "I'll go back tomorrow," she said that evening. I will explain everything. Maybe they will understand. Her mother didn't respond immediately. She just kept eating quietly. Then she said, "You want to leave?" Amara paused. "Yes. And leave me here again?" "Mama, you are better now. I am not strong. You are recovering. Who will take care of me?" Amara stared at her. The question sounded familiar. "I will send you money, Mama," Amara said carefully. "I'll come and visit." "No." Amara's chest tightened. "No? No. You will not leave." Something in her tone had changed again. No weakness, no softness, just control. "Mama, I have to go." "For what?" "For my job." "What job?" Amara blinked. "What do you mean, what job, Mama?" "The one I told you." "You don't need the job." The words landed heavily. Amara felt something rise in her chest, something sharp. "I do need it." "For what?" Her mother repeated calmly. "You will still marry and stay in a man's house." "That's not the point." "That is the point," her mother said. Silence stretched between them, tense, thick. Amara stepped back slowly. For the first time, she saw it clearly. This wasn't about sickness. This wasn't about fear. This was about something else. "I'm leaving tomorrow," she said quietly. Her mother didn't argue, didn't shout, didn't beg. She simply nodded once and continued eating. That should have been relief. Instead, it felt like warning. The next morning, Amara woke up early, packed quickly. Her heart was racing again. Something felt off, but she ignored it. She stepped outside with her bag, took a deep breath, and started walking. Her phone rang. She froze, then answered immediately. "Hello?" "Amara." Her heart dropped. It was her office. "Yes, Ma, I've been trying to reach you." "We received your messages." Relief flooded her chest. "Yes, Ma, I'm so sorry. My mother was..." "Your position has been filled." Everything stopped. "What?" "We couldn't wait any longer." Amara's grip tightened on the phone. "No, Ma, please. I am already on my way back." "I'm sorry, Amara. It's too late." Her throat closed. "I didn't quit. I had an emergency." "We understand, but the role required consistency." Tears blurred her vision. "Please, just give me one more chance." "We've moved on, Amara." The line went dead. Amara stood there, frozen. The bag slipping from her hand, her ears ringing, her chest tight. Gone, just like that, everything gone. Behind her, the door creaked open. Her mother stepped out slowly, watching, quiet. Amara turned. Their eyes met. And then she saw it. Not sadness, not shock, not concern. Relief. A small smile followed. Barely there, but enough. She didn't cry immediately. Standing there, phone still in her hand, bag hanging loosely by her side, she felt nothing at first. Just silence, like something inside her had gone still. Then her mother spoke. "You see?" Amara didn't respond. "You were chasing something that was not yours." Still nothing. "You would have suffered there. This is better." That was when Amara slowly turned and looked at her properly. Not as a mother, but as the person who had just taken something from her. "You knew?" Amara said quietly. Her mother frowned slightly. "Knew what?" "You planned this strange illness just to make me lose my job. I begged you to go to the hospital. You refused." Her mother said nothing. "You kept pretending, just enough to make me stay." Still silence. "And now?" Amara's voice dropped. "You're fine." Her mother's expression hardened. "So what are you saying?" Amara let out a short, dry laugh. "I'm saying you planned all this to make me stay in the village." That hung in the air. Her mother straightened slightly. "I am your mother, and I am your daughter," Amara replied. "Not your replacement, not your worker, not your insurance plan." That hit hard. "You think life is easy? After everything I suffered for you?" Her mother snapped. Amara stepped closer. "And after everything you suffered, this is what you choose to do?" Her mother looked away for the first time. You want me to stay here? Amara continued. Wake up every day, go to the farm, cook, clean, and forget my dream. You will marry, her mother said sharply. That is the only dream that matters. Amara shook her head slowly. No, that's what you reduced it to. Silence, thick, uncomfortable. Then Amara picked up her bag again. I'm still leaving. Her mother laughed, a short mocking sound. To where? Amara called one of the relatives she planned to stay with. Auntie, I want to come back to the city. Amara, the woman interrupted. Your mother called us. She said you are being stubborn, that we should not accommodate you. Please, Amara said quietly. Just let me stay for a few days. No, the woman said, firm now. Sort things out with your mom first. The line went dead. That was when Amara truly understood. Every door had been quietly closed. The days that followed were the hardest of her life. Every morning she woke up, there was a thought waiting for her. You are not supposed to be here. She carried palm fruit, fetched water, cooked, cleaned. And all the while, her mind refused to settle. She would sit sometimes, staring at nothing, replaying everything. The office, the promotion, the call. Gone. Not because she failed, but because she was held back. That realization burned deeply. And the worst part, life in the village didn't stop. Nobody paused for her pain. Amara, bring water. Amara, follow me to the farm. Amara, cook this. Routine swallowed her. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and slowly her voice reduced. One evening, Amara was returning from the farm, sweat on her skin, dust on her feet. She didn't even look up when the car slowed beside her. Excuse me? She turned absent-mindedly, then froze. A man behind the wheel stared at her, confused, then shocked. Amara! Her breath caught. Mr. Dave? For a moment, time passed. He stepped out slowly, looking at her properly now. What happened? What are you doing here? That question alone almost broke her, but she didn't cry. I should ask you the same thing, she said instead. He gave a small smile. I came for business, palm oil sourcing. Amara nodded faintly. Of course you did. There was silence. Then he said it. You disappeared. And just like that, everything came rushing back. This time, she didn't hold it in. Not disappeared, she said quietly. I was stopped. She told the whole story, and when she finished, Dave didn't speak immediately. He just looked at her, then said, You didn't lose your path, you were forced off it. Then he gestured slightly. I am actually lost. Amara blinked. What? He smiled faintly. I came here to find suppliers, but I don't understand how things work yet. Can you help me? They walked through the village. Amara introduced him to farmers, explained how things worked, who sold what, who was reliable. And slowly, something began to wake up inside her again. Not fully, but enough to remind her she was still that person. For the next few days, they moved together, from one farm to another, from one conversation to another. Amara wasn't just guiding anymore. She was analyzing. Don't buy from him today, she told Dave at some point. Why? He's inflating because he knows you are new. Dave looked at her, then smiled slightly. You are still very sharp. Amara didn't respond, but something in her chest shifted. A week later, Dave sat with her under a tree, paper spread between them. These are my current projections, he said. Amara leaned forward, studied the numbers, then frowned. You will lose money like this. Dave didn't react. Show me. She pointed. Your buying prices are inconsistent. Transportation is not optimized. And you are not securing supply. You are just buying whatever is available. Dave nodded. Go on. Amara took a deep breath, then spoke with clarity. If you group the farmers, negotiate bulk supply, fix a stable rate, and plan your logistics properly, your margin improves. Silence. Then Dave leaned back. That's what I need. Amara looked at him. Then do it, she said. Dave shook his head. No, we do it. That word again, we. The first structured deal went through. Then another. Then another. Slowly, it began to take shape. Dave handled the bigger picture, logistics, transport, export planning. Amara handled the ground, supply, negotiation, consistency. They worked together, talked, planned, argued sometimes. But somewhere in between, something changed. Dave started waiting for her opinions. Amara started expecting his presence. Months passed. The business stabilized, grew. What started as scattered buying became structured supply. Dave expanded his operations, and Amara, she wasn't just helping anymore. She was part of it, a core part. Then one evening, Dave said it. I don't want this to just be business. Amara looked at him. I know, she said quietly. There was no confusion, no surprise, because she had seen it coming, and she felt it too. Then the real battle begins. Telling her mother was not easy. I want to marry him, Amara said. Her mom didn't even ask who. Where is he from? Not from this village. Where does he live? In the city. That was it. No. Flat, immediate, final. Amara didn't argue yet. Why? Her mom turned to her fully. You will not leave this village. That same sentence again. But this time, Amara didn't shrink. I'm not asking for permission to exist, she said. I am telling you I am getting married. Her mom's voice rose. To someone who will take you away from this village? Yes. And leave me here to suffer. You are not suffering. I will suffer when you leave. But Amara didn't bend. You didn't let me go when I had a future waiting, she said. I will not let you stop me again. Escalation. It didn't end there. Her mother refused completely. She spoke to relatives, turned people against the idea. The man is evil. He is not from a good home. He will take her away and abandon me. Voices rose, arguments spread. It became bigger than the house. The matter finally got to the king. The courtyard was full. Elders seated, voices quiet, tension thick. Amara stood on one side, her mother on the other. The king looked at both of them. Speak. Her mom spoke first. She's my only child. If she leaves, who will take care of me? Who will stay with me? I'll be alone. Murmurs. Some nodded. Then Amara spoke. I stayed when I was not supposed to stay. I lost my job because I stayed. The king's gaze sharpened. I begged her to let me go. She refused. She blocked every way I could leave. The courtyard grew quieter. I remained here. I walked. I rebuked myself. And now I want to marry. But she still wants to hold me here. The king leaned forward slightly. Is this true? Her mother didn't answer immediately. Then, I did what I had to do. The king nodded slowly. Yes, he said, you did, but not for her. Silence fell. You did it for yourself. Her mother's face tightened. I am her mother. And she is not your property. The king cut in. That landed. You cannot build your old age on a sacrifice. He continued. You cannot destroy her future to secure your comforts. The courtyard was completely silent now. If she chooses to marry, he said, she will marry, and you will bless it. Her mother said nothing. For the first time, she had no argument left. The wedding was not dramatic. It was calm, intentional, right. Amara stood there, not as someone escaping, but as someone who had fought and won back alive. When she left the village this time, nobody stopped her. Not because they couldn't, but because they no longer had the right. Months later, business continued, stronger, bigger. Amara didn't abandon the village. She redefined her connection to it on her own terms, and somewhere quietly, her mother watched, not in control anymore, but finally forced to accept. I hope you enjoyed this story. Please give it a like and share with your friends and your loved ones. And if you enjoy stories like this, Subscribe so you don't miss our next upload. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.